Welcome everyone to Chess TV episode 309. Today is November 15th, 2016. We're going to play some Horde chess today, but a little bit slower than usual. Sometimes when we play Horde chess, I love to play really fast Horde chess because thinking about Horde gives me a headache. That's why it's called headache chess. But today with 5 minute per side Horde chess, we're really going to analyze the nuances of Horde. Now, when Horde first came out, I was one of the best players on the planet, but unfortunately, I'm not now. Now, one of two things may have happened. Maybe I improved, or maybe everyone else improved, or maybe I got worse. I think what happened is everybody figured out how to play, and I did not. So I'm falling a bit behind in the latest trends of Horde, so let's see if we can learn something from this episode as well. Let's get started. I'm in a totally weird place right now. Let's see if we can fix that. Oh, looking better now. Create a game. Horde chess, 5 minutes per side. This is a lot of time. Horde chess does have a lot of moves in it. It takes a lot of moves to finish a game of Horde chess, and that means that a time control is more difficult than you'd think. Like a 1 minute per side game in chess, you could finish that game as long as you're not moving the mouse with your nose. But in Horde chess, you cannot do it in that way or any other way. That's much more difficult. Just because there's so many moves. You know what I mean? So we've got this green thing here. Yeah, that's me. Cool. Rated. Perfect. Perfect. Now we just need an opponent. Let's see if we're not being too restrictive in our rating range. 1900. That's very restrictive. Let's make that 1550. Now, the 50 is very important. Let's update that there. Because the 50 points means, wham, look at that. We're playing a FIDE master. Cool. Let's do it. I'm going to start with moving one of my pawns. Pretty good choice, I think. Manir Manji. I think this is his real name. Shall we find out? So I like to advance the center. Let's look this up. Manir Manji. Something like that. Manor. Manir Manji. I'm pretty close. I've just got wrong vowels here. Look at that. Interview with Manir Mand. I think this might be the real Manir. Maybe not. Let's add chess to the search. Oh, look at that. It's all elite chess. Yeah, that may or may not be his name. Great conclusion. Either this is true or it's false. I think I've narrowed it down. So I'm glad to have learned that fact. Can I push c6 here? I don't think I can because of a discovery attack on d5. That would be bad. How come my clock is really low? I think I have to do this because he had 2 attackers on this pawn here. Let's play here. How come my clock is 4 minutes 11 seconds? I thought it was his turn that whole time. I'll have to pay more attention to the clock. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. I'm being asked in the chat if I've been following the WCC. Yes, I have. WCC didn't even notice, but I was totally following it because it never looks back. I think I'm willing to play this move. But I'd rather play this one. So when Horde first came out, people really loved to get their pawns here and here. The enemy, the guy with all the pieces would play like this. And I found it to be strong. I played it as well, but the trends have definitely changed. People don't do that as much as they used to. Or should I capture this and then push? No, I think I should just leave everything the way it is. But if he takes here, this pawn is overworked. Can it really? I would capture this way, take, and then I have to capture this way. Let's just keep waiting and see what happens. Seems okay. Just, I love getting these pawns up just like this, except with different colors each time, of course. Ooh. Because it immobilizes them to get them ready for anything. That's a good strategy in any variant, even in chess, which is one of the most popular chess variants, where instead of just going for the checkmate right away or trying to do something specific immediately, get your pieces ready, because then when it happens, your pieces are ready. Sounds great, doesn't it? Okay, so we've got 3 attackers like this. Let's see, this is pretty cool. This is what we've got right now. 3 attackers here, that's too many. I could push. It's an interesting idea. Can I get away with it, though? He opens up this file, and then he takes here. And then I can't draw, but he goes like that, maybe? I'm going to try it. Because I can interject this move. And then I can always capture this way first, and then his pawn is stuck here. I think that would be pretty potent. I think this would be powerful. Because if I capture this way, then he's like, Hazam, Hazam. Maybe too much Hazamming. Let's see if I can get away with this move. Do I have to play this way? He takes my pawn, I take his knight right away. He recaptures, then I recapture. Yeah, let's capture this way. As a rule of thumb, I do like to capture away from the center in Horde chess. That's the one thing that's really opposite from chess. In chess, you want to move toward the center because the pawns are more valuable in the center of the board. But in Horde, it's all about not getting owned in the back rank. Because if the enemy rook comes back here, it just alms you nom right up. So you don't want to get him through your walls. You want to get him not through your walls, if you know what I mean. I'm running out of time, so I better play rapidly and wisely. I think I want to defend this pawn this way. But then, so I better do this first, and then I think I could play here next. I think this could work. I have this interjection, so he does intermezzo, so he does need to respond to that, and then I can play here. I think this is working. Yes, I think it's working. Okay, now I have to capture. Can I capture this way? I'd like to. I think I can. All right, I like this position so far. We're playing as someone who's much higher rated, over 200 points higher rated than I. So it's definitely a tough game. I think I can still get away with this the way it is as well. So let's just push here, and it's going to allow me to go here, and then just allow me to go here. It's going to be great. I do need to watch the clock, though, with just 2 minutes. FIDE Master, guys. F.M. Manir, whatever his name is. That's quite a title. I think it'd be fantastic if I could defeat this guy. I always think about removing his feet in some surgical manner when I say that. But I don't always mention it. Okay, so I'm winning 2 knights for 3 pawns. Is that a victory? I don't think so. I do. Is a knight worth 1.5 pawns? 2 against 3? I can't do the math. 1 1/3 pawn? 1 2/3 pawns? You'll have to get back to me on that. I don't even know. Interesting. I really need to be speedy here with the clock. Clock's going to be a tough situation because there's no increment. Definitely need to play quickly. Let's protect that this way. So he's preparing a breakthrough. He really is. He's going to line up here and then take down here. But I have a lot of pawns on the board, so I think I might be able to mount some kind of pain for him. Let's try this way. Is he going to take me here? Probably not. Great. Maybe. Oh, he's not doing that yet. Okay. This is pretty good for me. I like the way my pawns are pawning it up. There he goes. I'm gonna capture his rook here. I'm gonna delay that one move. It's a technique that's not always done because it's pretty bad. But I think it slows him down in his massacre of my pawns. I have a lot of pawns here. I think I'm happy. You ever had that moment where you're like, I wonder if I'm happy? Happens to me all the time. Let's play this way. 1 minute now. I think I'm happy. I think this is a lot of pawns, and he's going to start sweating here very soon. Just as soon as I cause him some pain. So can I take here and push? It does gain the tempo against the rook. But it makes this a long ways out. He's going to go here, here, and then he's going to be stopping it. So I go here, he takes. Here, he takes, and he's stopping it. Then I take his rook, maybe. I'm going to try pushing instead. If he takes this pawn, then I'm going to push here. Okay, 38 seconds. That was my last long think of the game. Now I have to really focus on moving quickly. No more long thinks are permitted. Oh, it still works for him, except now he has a lot more of my pawns. That's bad. This is overall quite bad. important one is gone. Oh, another one. Oh, I lost. Oh, I have to resign now. Oh, that was terrible. So, I really want to know how, if I could have beat him though. Let's request a computer analysis. You know, I felt like, remember when I was saying that I was really happy? Remember that part where I was like, I think I'm happy. I think I was happy there. I think I just kind of kissed my hand. I think that's what happened. I try not to do that on camera, but apparently I forgot what I was doing just in that moment. So the computer says that in this position I was totally losing, but let's rewind a bit. Let's rewind a bit. And the computer says, I don't know if you can see, it's getting really choppy here. I don't like that at all. It says computer's winning, or my opponent's winning by a rook. Oh, in this position I'm winning by a pawn, and I should have captured. So let's briefly glance at this way. It's probably chopping up the video now. Oh, why is it so slow? Make a queen, of course, don't be silly. I don't know if you guys can see the pieces moving around, if it's just really choppy right now. But in this position, the computer analyzes it and says white's winning by 5, which is a pretty big win. So, should have gone for it. Oh, I could have beat that FIDE master. Oh, I feel bad about that. So, let's play Lucas. Nope, let's not. He's another FIDE master, but I'm not going to play him because I want to play 5-0. So 5 minutes is not enough time to take all the time in the world on your moves because there's no increment. So I've learned that about that game. I think I could have won that though. Oh, I feel bad about that. But I finished that book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And let me tell you, that book is more true than you think. Here's why. Because it's old. That's actually the reason. Are you guys familiar with Amway? Also known as Quickstar now. They renamed themselves because they were such an awful company, but they're the same awful company. It's basically like fooling dumb people to give them money for free, also known as multi-level marketing. This book, Think and Grow Rich, is a perfect textbook for multi-level marketing. It's like, hey, pay a bunch of money and wish you were rich, then pay me more money. That's basically what it is. But here's the key. It was written in 1937, before the invention of scams. So that makes me believe everything it says, actually. I totally trust it now. And I highly recommend it. Here's the gist of the book. If you don't want to read it because it's like that thick, and you can actually only read 1 page a day because it's so dense. It took me a long time to read. The gist of the book is that you must really, really, really want something in order to get it. And of course, the second part of the book, the End Grow Rich part, is about money. So it's like, you must really want money. And that sounds like it would kind of make me a bad person. So I'm not sure if I want to really, really, really. And so I was thinking, what a scammy book, right? You just tell poor people that they need to really want money and then they can have it. Stupid book, right? So at first I was super critical of it. But now I think, wait a minute is what I think. That's why I'm waiting a minute. I'm running out of time too. What I think now is that it's true. You must really want something in order to get it. And that is a big differentiator between those people who succeed in what they do and the 98% of us who just do but don't succeed. Think about it. Let's say you're after work, it's evening or after school, and you're like relaxing a bit. Maybe you'll turn on some Chess with TV and eat some popcorn, right? Relaxing. If you really, really want something, then you're going to allocate that time in a way that will get you there. For example, if you want to be a grandmaster in chess, you're not going to watch Chess with TV because this is stupid chess with stupid chess moves, and you're going to learn to be stupid on this show. Which isn't how you become a grandmaster. Most grandmasters aren't stupid. Instead, you'll allocate your time reading great chess books like... Hold on, let me look at my chess collection here. Like Reassess Your Chess by Jeremy Silman. Great book, right? That's what you would actually do with your time. And that's what separates me from you guys. I'm just kidding, we're all the same. Because none of us really, really care about chess. I mean, I just do this for fun, right? And you can tell because all my moves are awful. And you just do this for fun. I can tell because you're watching me. I mean, if you were serious, you wouldn't be watching me right now. You'd be off reading your Reassess Your Chess. You'd probably read it upside down so you could absorb it better. But instead, you're watching Chess with TV, which is a good use of your time if you want to have fun, but not if you really, really want to improve at chess. You see what I'm saying? Now you can see it because it's getting foggy and it's visible now. I always think about like a really cold winter day when people say, do you see what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, I don't see what you're saying because your breath is invisible. I wonder if trading my bishop for a pawn was a bad idea. Could have been. I think it was. Is this guy really good at chess? Let's find out. 15, 13, 18. He's good. I mean, he's better than average. But he's way worse than I am, so I think I'll crush him. Hello, future suicide. You know suicide isn't really dying. It's just changing the time at which you will die. You're going to die either way. So I just see it as more of like a modification of the time. The space-time continuum thing, which is nice that you can modify that, because some people, they're like trapped and they're like, help, I'm stuck in the present. I wish I could travel to another land, like the land where I'm growing rich, but they can't. They're stuck, right? So future suicide, great username. Hello to Durgilikojan. I have to look way over there because his username is so long. It actually extends across my screen to my other monitor. And I'm like, whoa. I actually have 3 monitors set up here. I might not, but you can't tell, can you? Nope. You've never seen my desk. Maybe someday you will. Episode 1000, I'll show you my desk instead of me. So the objective of this variation is to win. That's correct. Let's see what else people are saying. You have infinity % more pawns. I did. That was last game. Too bad I don't anymore. So I'm arranging my queen and rook. You guys see what I'm doing here? I'm making a battery. This is actually what it's called, it's a battery. So that I can break through an nom, which is a colloquialism for eating him. It's a long word, colloquialism. You know that word that means, I can't think of the word, but you know that word? You probably know that word. I think I'll just lose my knight. It's a good strategy. No, I know what I'll do. I won't lose my knight. That's genius. Yeah. Cool. Cool knights. I had to circle those because they're so cool. This is a real chin stroker. Bad news, guys. My green screen is on back order. It's going to be a couple more weeks before I transport myself to a tropical paradise of psychedelic fractals. This guy's got the same clock problem that I had. Look at that. Look at that clock up there. Look at that one right up there. Let me get a little bit closer to it. Right there. You see that 1? That's a 1. That's a pretty small number, isn't it? 1 is like the smallest number there is, other than 0 or 2 or -5 or 80. Some of my statements aren't true, but I don't care. What should I do now? Maybe take this pawn. Yeah, this is great. Okay, I'm still thinking of the word. I'm thinking of the word right now. It's it starts with a consonant. I can remember that part. And it means, let me help you out here. It means word that replaces another word because the other word is so inappropriate. Help me remember the meaning of this word. I can't remember it. Let's just take stuff for free. It's always a good strategy. Yeah, he's got problems because only 1 pawn on this file. It's pretty bad. A stalemate is a draw in Horde, actually. If you have a pawn left and you're the pawn dude and you can't move it, you draw, which is good for the pawn people, because if you have 1 pawn left and you can't move it, you're probably not going to win. So you're really glad about that rule. So this looks like an easy win now. I wonder if I can get 2 wins, 1 for the clock, 1 for the board. So help me out, viewership. What's the word that you would use to describe a word that replaces another word because the other word's not appropriate? A euphemism. Correct. That's fantastic. I need to do this. Correct. Yes. Sarsor is the winner. A euphemism. So some people think that euphemism means anytime you replace one phrase to another with another. But I have news for you now that I remembered the word thanks to my viewership. Euphemism actually means replacing a word because the other word was inappropriate. For example, kick the bucket is a euphemism because nobody wants to talk about dead people. It's not comfortable because soon enough we'll be dead people too. So instead we just say, he kicked the bucket. That's a euphemism, right? But not everything is a euphemism. For example, pants are not a euphemism because even though they cover things you don't want to talk about, they're not actually replacing them, which is a good thing. Let's play more chess. Ooh, Lucas is back. He's a FIDE master with no rating, and we're going to play some Horde. Hi and good luck. What I like to do is lose my shift key there at the end. It's more sophisticated to add some ones at the end. C6. This guy does not play much Horde chess. I can tell because he's never played Horde chess. Oh, he's not a FIDE master. He's a master FIDE. If you look closely, you can see the FM's on the wrong end of his name. Otherwise, you can't. Let's just keep pushing here. I love it when I close up his opening. It's the best thing to close up. I love doing that. This might be our last game, and it might not be. Depends on how quickly Lucas loses to us. So back to the topic at hand. I actually, see how I did this? I closed it up. This is going to own this bishop so bad. This bishop is owned. It's fantastic. The topic at hand. What does the topic say? If you really want something, you need to step it up a notch and really, 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 really want it so badly that it rearranges your schedule, your casual, what's it called? Your recreational activities in order to kind of structure them around accomplishing whatever it is you're really trying to do. That's my tip of the day. You have to really want it. Okay. I think I'm winning already. Should I trade these over here? I don't think so. I think I should just keep it closed up. The pawn player actually loves it really closed because then the pieces can't do much, right? Because they're all blocked up. Pawns don't care if it's closed because pawns, I mean, they live for that. They are closing. They're the closers, if you know what I mean. Speaking of closing, you know what I learned the other day about closing a sale? Is that you should ask for it. Seems obvious, but let's say you're talking to someone, you're like, look, you really should buy this iPad because we've met in this weird store because you wanted to, and you're holding cash in your hand, so you should now give me that cash. But if you don't ask, you might not receive. Here's why people don't ask, because they feel a fear of rejection. I don't feel fear of rejection. That's why I'm on the internet right now being a doofus. Because even if you reject me completely, I'm not afraid of you. Of course, you come to my house with a gun, I might be, but that's a different kind of rejection. It's like rejection of life. That's worse, and I don't mean that. I think I can capture that. I want to capture this way. Can I do it? Take. I can do it. I'll do it. Great. I only have 2 pawns left on this file. You never want to run out of pawns on a file, so 2's good. 1, watch out. 0 bad. So what I recommend you do, let's get another one of those on that file right there. Let's capture this way, is don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid of people rejecting you. It's impossible, by the way. If you're like, oh yeah, I'll just follow Jessica's advice. Nice try. I think it's impossible because it's ingrained. It's like saying, don't die of starvation. Just don't eat for a year. Yeah, it's not going to work. You could think that'll work great. I'm going to do that. But then halfway in, you're like, wait, I just died. I guess I won't do it. I don't want to lose this pawn. I have a plan. Involves not losing a pawn. What I'm going to do when he takes it is nothing. I'm actually going to ignore it. I'm going to actively ignore it, of course. I'm not going to be like, there it is being ignored. I'm just going to be like, oh, look, a chess book by Jeremy Silman. Reassess your chess. That's a great book. It is a great book, by the way. This is one thing I've said that's actually true and honest today, is that Jeremy Silman's Reassess Your Chess is a great book. And by great, I mean large, by the way. Great means large. We here in the United States have a president whose slogan is Make America Great Again. And I always take that literally. I think what that means is make America large again, which he's doing by encouraging the consumption of unhealthy foods and drinks, which will make us all very large Either that or he means to expand the border on top of Mexico. That could be too. He didn't really say where the wall was going to be. Like, is it going to be on the border or is it going to be like on the other side of Mexico and then we'll annex it? That would make America great, meaning large. But I don't want to do that actually, so I hope he doesn't. My only hope for our president-elect is that he doesn't do what he said he would do. Now we're getting all political. But fortunately, politicians have a great history of not doing what they'll say they'll do. So I think we're in good shape. So am I winning here? Yeah, I think I'm totally winning here. I think I'm just owning it up. So the longer this game goes on without him destroying me, the better off I am, because my pawns gradually become queens over the course of the game. But if he gets his queen, say, here, and he starts taking them, that's bad for my pawns. So let's hope he doesn't do that. The longer he doesn't, the better I'm doing. This is great. But this is also the last game, unfortunately, so I have to decline this challenge from Alimo. Sorry. My pawns are advancing. This is great. Great. By that I mean large. This is large. I'm large. Oh yes. Can you hear my hands? It's actually a good thing to hear my hands. Most people, you can't hear their hands. Not mine. Castling is always a strange move in Horde chess. I'm surprised by this. No, really, think about it. Like, think about your best friend. Okay, think about your second best friend, because I know you're just thinking about me right now, and that's not the point. Think about your second best friend. Have you ever heard his or her hands? I should say his hands. Have you ever heard his hands? Her hands. Have you ever heard their hands? That used to be wrong because it was like, what? There's not two of them, but now you can just say their because Facebook does it, so you can do it. Have you ever heard their hands? No, you've heard my hands. Isn't that great? This is just great. It's amazing what was not okay until Facebook did it. And then you're like, wait a minute, everybody does that because Facebook does. And there is one of those things. T-H-E-I-R. It spells him or her. And I don't want to say which. It's awful. Okay. I think I win now. I think these 3 pawns are going to become at least 1 queen. I mean, if my game 1 was a win, this is going to be a major, major win. Is this safe? I think it's safe. I got, oh yeah. What is that? What does that build? Victory. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it to it. Toon 2K would like to point out that he heard his best friend's hands. Okay. Whatever. Do you think I care? I wasn't saying that so that you could contradict me. I was saying it because if I don't say something, you're going to close the video. That's why I said it. I don't want you to close the video. That'd be awful. That would be really bad. Of course, I wouldn't even notice. It would be so bad I wouldn't even notice. Just think about that for a minute. No, think about it for an hour. Yes, an hour. Yes. So I should win. Let's see if I should win right now. Yes, let's keep winning. Flicker Alex is now hosting me. I wonder if that's good. Okay, so I push here. Yes. What's he going to do to prevent this move? He's not going to do anything to prevent it. Because he can't, and then I'm going to play it, and then I've got a queen, and then I got a checkmate. This is great. Thank you, Luca, for not actually being a FIDE master. I appreciate it. What an obnoxious phrase. I appreciate it. Okay, now I win. My opponent offers a draw. I need a shave. According to one viewer. I disagree with that because I shaved right before the show. I guess my beard is so manually. Did I say manually? I meant manly. That I have to shave like every 20 minutes. Oh, is this already the end of the show? That's why I need to shave. Let's make another queen. I couldn't figure out how to checkmate him, but with 2 queens, I might be able to. This ought to do the trick. Oh, I still can't checkmate him. I'm like, yes, my new queen will cover this square, but what about this square? Did you think about that square? I'll just send him into the Forest of Doom. Hope you enjoy your visit to the forest. Checkmate! Jimmy 5 is Jimmy X. Checkmate Jimmy X. Thanks for watching. Next episode, we're going to play something way cooler than Horde chess. I'm calling it Drunken Queen chess, and it was an idea that was posted on my YouTube channel. It was so good because it wasn't mine. The way it works is the queens can move like rooks. Great, that sounds like chess, but they can't move like bishops unless they're capturing, in which case they can't move like rooks. Did that make sense? Good. This has been Chess Wiz TV. Thanks for watching. Oh, I should tell you. That episode's going to be Saturday at 4 p.m. GMT. So you should tune in at chesswiz.tv and click the link that says watch now, and then click the link that says connect, and then click the link that says twitch.tv, and then click the full screen button. Thanks for watching. Keyboard shortcuts. This has been Chess Wiz TV. Thanks for watching. I can't do it that way. It's cut off. Let's fix that. There we go. Anything else to say? Nope. This has been Chess Wiz TV. Thanks for watching.